Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. That's time for trash talk, and we're talking we're talking trash and we're talking money, which in some cases it's one and the same.
It's almost there. It's almost trash.
Yeah, I mean we got into a little discussion about these recent bank closures, and I got to thinking, why is it that these humongous banks that have got deep pockets, and they are manipulated into to giving money to corporations to expand their dealings, and then all of a sudden something happens and the bank goes upside down, and they want to call in the loans. The companies they've loaned the money to are trying to say, wait a minute, wait, whoa, hold on, we've got an agreement here, and then the government bails them out.
Shocker. Shocker.
Yeah, I mean, what's that all about? I mean, that would
Didn't we have less than what, 10 years ago, 15 years ago,
right,
one of the major bank failures in the country, which by the way, we bailed them out.
right,
We did,
yes,
because whatever anybody says about how this money's protected, stop it. Stop it. We bailed them out. They made a whole movie about it. And quite frankly, I still don't understand what happened. All I know is that they suck. And now we've had probably the second or third worst, a major bank. And I understand the process of it.
two of them,
Two of them,
yeah,
with some other ones on shaky ground.
Silicon Valley and Signature,
But
both
yet,
of
guess
them.
what? Those CEOs made millions.
Of course they did.
They knew it was coming. They knew it was coming. There's got and nobody's doing jail time.
No, because they got bailed out, and because everything is okay, and because they negotiated the bailout from who? You and me. It's our money that's bailing them out. They get a bonus for that.
It's unbelievable. I can't do that. How, Stuart? I don't know if you even want me on the show. You went 2 weeks in a row with things that piss me off.
Well, I figured let's get it out of spring is coming, and let's get all this crap out of the way, so now we can get back to being funny guys.
Well, I just don't get it. We are living in by the way, we are living in the zombie apocalypse right now. I know. And what I mean by that is people are more on their tablets, zoning out, listening to the screens in front of them than watching what's going on. The zombie apocalypse isn't about flesh-eating corpses. It's about this society that is brainwashed to saying everything's okay. Like, we have literally taken the wrong pill.
Yeah. And folks, this is going to come back to bite you in the butt.
Absolutely.
Because the companies that are getting the bailout in order to continue their financial relationships with these big people, everybody's going to start to say, well, who ultimately is going to pay for it? And it trickles down to the consumers.
It does.
Whatever those companies were that got saved, they're just going to pass along whatever expense they incurred on to you and to me.
No matter what they say about, what is it, the FDIC? What is it? I don't know. Is it FDIC? Is that it?
Yeah.
Well, F-Dick? Is that what they're called? They're called the F-Dick.
Yeah.
That's accurate. That is so accurate.
F-Dick, right.
The F-Dick. Okay. Perfect. Awesome.
But, they were real quick to let you know that, wait, folks, your money is safe in whatever bank your money is in. It is insured up to $250,000.
Oh, great. What happens after that?
In an account. Well, so what they do is, and what I did, and I'm telling you, you should do that, is you go out and you open about 4 new accounts. And put like $100 in it, so that when you win the lottery, you win that $1 million, you can immediately put $250,000 into each one of those 4 accounts, and it's now protected by the full faith of your government.
Well, you said a lot of things that raise red flags for me. Number one, you said faith in government. Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, you assume that I have $400. Okay. Okay. So let's just calm down here. Okay.
Well, but you can apply to the government for a bailout.
Yeah, they don't bail out the little guy like
Right.
Brandon.
Right.
Okay. My happy butt, as I pour my coffee here, my happy butt will end up in jail if I was the CEO or something, because I didn't make them enough money. They'll be
Right.
like, oh, Brandon, throw him in a hole. He talked trash about us a while ago. Boom. But Mr. CEO showing record sales, record profits after his bank collapsed is
Right.
on an island there hanging out with Epstein's buddies. Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Or the corporation that kind of got hurt by them turning upside down, they start to say, wait a minute, we're losing millions of dollars every day. So you got to bail out the bank so the bank can continue to give us money so we can continue to put it in our banks and put that new Maserati in the driveway.
meanwhile, you've got small businesses, which a lot of those were small businesses that took out the money in Silicon Valley and hedge funds and crap like that.
Right.
Meanwhile, you've got small businesses like David Jordan at Patriot Sandwich Company who fought to get a loan during COVID and couldn't do it, but several members of Congress got one.
Yeah.
For their businesses.
You know, I'm glad that you brought up the Patriot Sandwich Company. It's on my hat, and all because David is one of our sponsors. He's one of our good friends, and I want you to take a look at this menu. This is David's menu. Look at that sandwich. That's a typical sandwich at Patriot Sandwich Company. They are absolutely unbelievable. And you talk about saving money. David Jordan just instituted a new program. He is featuring a specialty sandwich every week at a special price. So every week you can go in and get a really good sandwich at a special price. And that way you can try all of them. You know, great guy. You got to stop over there and say hello to David Jordan. Tell him you heard about it here on this money-saving program.
Yeah.
Trash Talk.
Well, it's interesting to me too, though, that we've continued to bail out people left and right, but we have people getting kicked out, getting evicted that have applied for help, which is what we're supposed to do as a society. You know, I know there's always people that try to cheat the system, but let's be real. There are a ton of people that have worked hard, that just hit bumps over the years with everything that's happening, and they can't get a bailout if their life depended on it.
Well, you're absolutely right. Or they will bail you out. They'll help you, but boy, is it going to cost you in the long run.
You're going to be owed. You're going to be
on the payback side. You know, look at people like David and others went to the Small Business Administration who said that they had millions and millions and millions to loan at low or no interest rates to people, but you know that money got sucked up by the wrong people, not the real people with boots on the ground that really needed it. It went to the middle and upper corporations so that they could make their payroll, which included the upper echelon.
Yes, there was a major. Well, there's a steakhouse, I won't say who, that got it. And I will give Trump this credit. He found out they got it and made them pay it back. And then let's not forget that Harvard also got it and he made them pay that back too. But meanwhile, people that are hustling and trying to make it in this world are struggling. They're wasting our dollars. But what this all is going to lead to ultimately, and again, don't take my word for it. Google, research,
do the fact checking.
Get away from, digital currency. It's coming, guys. It's coming. They've already talked about it. It's coming.
They've been talking about doing away with coins for forever.
Well, they're not really making them anymore.
No, it's just whatever is out there, and pretty soon, I think you won't see small change. Everything's going to get rounded off to dollar bills or whatever.
Of course, it's going to get rounded up. It will never get rounded down.
Oh, sure, of course.
And the other thing is, when I talk about this digital currency, I'm not talking about crypto and all that weird crap. They're literally talking about. I mean, they just had a huge meeting about it over in Sweden because everything's there, right? And they had a huge meeting about it, talking about that this will be directly attached so they can track. They literally said it, so they can know and track every dollar that's being spent. So that way they can foresee or foreshadow what might be coming in the economy to better help us out. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Well, we've talked about it before. How secure does that make you feel,
Doesn't.
knowing that you're going to be doing everything through your phone and paying bills and putting in your account numbers and all and you know, depositing everything is going to be in the cloud, and somebody is digging into your cloud
Yeah,
to
the
get all
government.
that information.
The government. I'm more worried about the government than I am a hacker.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Look,
and of course, in our case, since we've only got a few bucks that's in the bank anyway, the hacker doesn't care about us.
No,
the hacker wants
we're
to
okay.
go against the people who have the money. Now, when they get breached and they lose billions and all, who do the corporations turn to? The government, to bail them out and put the billions back into their accounts.
They literally are printing money and just, we're going to bail you out with this printed money we made, which is also going to cause the inflation furthermore. This is why, regardless, and don't get me wrong, I like Apple Pay and all that. Don't get me wrong, it's
Makes it
convenient,
easy.
but
Yep.
it does. But this is why I tell people to this day, keep some cash on hand. I don't care how much, $100, $50, get a safe, keep it, put it next to your bounce bag or your whatever they call it, your get the hell out of Dodge bag.
Yeah.
You know, seriously, because what happens if the system gets hacked, shut down? You got to have some cash on your hands. Okay.
Right.
You got to come in. You just got to have cash, and they're going to try to do away with it.
Yeah. You've got to have the cash, but then you got to go out and find places that will accept it. Because there are more and more places that you shop at now, they don't accept cash.
But I haven't run into a place that doesn't accept. I'm going to tell you, I've never run into a place that doesn't accept it. I have run into a place that won't accept bills over $50.
No, wait a minute. You've gone to sporting events. I mean, go in and buy a box of popcorn and a soft drink and everything, and take out a $5 or $10 bill and hand it to them. They say, we don't take cash.
Now
you got to use your credit card.
I've seen certain vendors do that, but I mean, I could still go to an FC Dallas game with $20, and you know what I mean. I know it's coming, and there are places that are limiting the amount of cash that they have because you know it's easier. And but it's the reality is, it just proves to us once again that our banking system is not safe. That no matter what bank you're with, it's old, it's antiquated. And ultimately, the bailouts for the bank, it's not for you.
Yeah. Go into a bank sometime with $100 bill and say, may I have 10 tens? And they say, let me see. We have to get somebody to go into the safe to do that, because we don't carry that much money in our drawers.
My favorite is, like, you know, and it happens sometimes when there's a sign on the bank and it says, you know, we don't have change. I'm like, bro, you're a bank.
Right. Yeah.
No wonder nobody robs you anymore, because you ain't got no money.
Yeah. Or you raise your kids to put their change in a piggy bank, right? Then you take you take to the piggy bank to the bank in order to turn it into dollar bills. And you got to find a bank that still does that. And B, you got to find a bank that doesn't charge to do that.
Well, that's the thing. There are a lot of banks now that even if you're a member of their bank, they still charge you. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Yes.
This is what good are you? Like, and that's why I've gone. There are several, you know, non-brick and mortar banks that online banks that are legit, that give you a better interest rate. They give you a better protection because they don't have the brick and mortar. But then you're also, it's kind of a double-edged sword, because then you're also going into that realm of digital where you're not even looking at your cash. They're just magical numbers that appear on your screen when you have this and have that. It's
right.
I don't know, man. the more I think about it, and the more I think about what, not me, I'll be dead, maybe, by the time some of this crap happens. When I look at the kids and the crap that they're going to have to deal with, we are literally taking a dump in this country right now and letting the kids clean it up.
My son, it travels a lot, domestically, sometimes internationally and all. I don't think my son has probably more than 50, 60 bucks in cash in his wallet, because everything with him is Venmo and
Yeah.
and PayPal and credit card, and it's all artificial money.
It is. Well, and now the government will attack this year. They will attack your Venmo account.
Yeah.
So
and they're going to start charging for you to use it.
that's why
Yeah.
it's like when I used to get paid from sponsors and things through Venmo, it was great. Now I have to report that crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're just taking money that's not even theirs.
But I also encourage you folks, get some cash and keep it in a very, very safe place.
Yep.
Under your mattress is probably not one, but
No.
but
And that's
just
the
keep
state-
it there. You know what your mother and father and your grandparents used to call money for a rainy day,
It's coming.
because the storm is coming. And when it happens and everything shuts down and you want to go out and get some food for your family and all, you're going to have to rely on some of that cold cash in order
Yeah.
to have a voice in what's happening, because you're going to go to the store and say, well, here's my credit card. And they say, oh, that credit card is from this bank. No, we're not doing business with that bank anymore.
You said it. You said it.
So get the cash. Okay. You know, and if you'd like to send any of it to us,
I'll
to
take it.
thank us for doing what we do, we'll be
Yes.
more than happy to invest it in your name.
Yes. Yes.
Right? Just send it to Trash Talk in care of either one of us.
Yes.
And-
I'll
and-
make sure.
And
It's-
yeah, yeah, it's a salvation fund. All right, catch you again next week, folks. Go out and make it a good one. Bye.